Hey everyone, I'm here with a 2013 Hyundai Sonata GLS. This car has a 2.4 liter direct injection 4-cylinder engine, makes 198 horsepower and 184 foot-pounds of torque. I'm just going to do a quick review on this car today, just go around the car and show some of the features in the interior and exterior. So starting with the exterior here, you see we have the halogen headlamps, and it also comes with fog lights as well on the bottom. Fog lights are down here. Make sure there's plenty of illumination underneath any of the fog that you typically encounter with a car like this. And going around here, I believe these are 16-inch aluminum wheels. These are the original tires that are Kumho Solus KH25 tires. You know, the Hyundai badge in the middle of the rim there. And you have this chrome strip that goes all along the whole side of the car. Gives a really nice styling cue and really makes the design flow with the vehicle. Fuel doors on the left side on the driver's side. Probably a good spot, as that's the best spot in my opinion. So you can see this like flowing line that goes through the handles on this car, and that's pretty common with a lot of these coupe-like vehicles nowadays. This car really introduced the coupe-like styling to the mid-price market of vehicles. It all started with the Mercedes CLS 500, and then it went to the Volkswagen CC in 2009, and when this car came out in 2011, it really marked a new era of styling for mid-size vehicles. This car is in excellent shape, being only a 3-year-old vehicle. So we'll go around the back here. Car comes with normal tail lights. You have an LED brake light right here on the top of the shelf in the rear seat. The car just has a really great silhouette for a mid-size family sedan. It looks a million times better than a Toyota Camry or a Honda Accord in my opinion. It's even better in person. And it really, you know, the Hyundai owns Kia and they have their Optima, which is based on this vehicle. And in different ways, they're both really good looking cars for this class. So let's take a look around inside. Open up the driver's door here. I'll show you the keys quick. This car has an aftermarket start and stop system. So unlocks here, unlock, here's the trunk. There's no outside trunk release, but you have an inside trunk release and you have it on the key fob here. So if you unlock the door, hit it twice to unlock all the doors, once to unlock the driver's door. Stepping inside, we have cloth seats. This is the GLS model, but it still has heated seats as well, which is really unique for this class. If you go along the door here, you can see that you have this really thick weather stripping that goes all around here, and from my brief experience in the car, it's a very quiet vehicle. And I think because of this weather stripping, that's one of the main things that contributes to that quietness. This is hard touch plastic here, but you have a soft touch plastic part up here. You have metal look door handles that are right here in a convenient location, and it's easy to locate at night because it glows. And then you have the soft touch here for your elbows when you're driving. You have auto up and down for your driver's side window. Other windows are all manual electric windows. And you have your power mirror controls here, and you can switch between your left and right mirrors at this spot here. So stepping into the vehicle, car has a relatively solid sounding door. It's not as solid as some of its German competitors, but it's still, you know, for a vehicle that was only about $22,000 back in 2013, this is a heck of a good deal. It's a very large car. You even get the HomeLink system where you have your Bluetooth. I'm not sure what this particular feature is here, but you have SOS, so that will call somebody if you get in an accident. You just press that button. It's similar to OnStar for GM. The power button here is going to be for if you want auto dimming on or off on your vehicle. And then you have your garage link system here, where you can set 3 different types of garages that you have and open them all up when you're approaching your garage. Center console looks very modern. It reminds me a little bit of my Acura. The overall fit and finish of this car is pretty good. You can tell it's a mid-sized car. It's not a luxury sedan necessarily, but cars, even the mid-sized car these days, it seems like they're up in the ante with their luxury features. This car gives you a lot of features for the money. This is hard touch here, but you have soft touch rubberized material up on the dash. Feels pretty good. There's no like stitching details, but it's pretty nice overall. And on cars that have remote start, well, this car has remote start, but cars that have keyless start, there'll be a button right here. On this vehicle, it's just a normal key. I'll show you here. It's a normal key that comes with it. Nothing too special or fancy. Starts up right away. So, and this car also has this digital gauge cluster in the middle. Shows your trip computer, miles to empty, fuel economy average. It doesn't have too many features. I don't think it shows. We can kind of scroll through it if we can. I think this button here is going to scroll through a little bit. No, it doesn't. Mode. So this has like an eco mode button to maximize your fuel economy as well. It's an active eco. I think it just desensitizes the gas pedal a little bit, keeps the car in a high efficiency mode. And you also have a digital gauge cluster for your temperature in your car as well as the gas in your vehicle. Every other gauge is just a normal tachometer and speedometer. So you have all of your cruise control settings right here. You have resume, and you can change the speed going up or down, cancel, on and off, right here. Down here we have trip computer. You can reset the trip computer. Right here you have your Bluetooth settings. You can pick up your phone call, you can hang up, or you can go to the options menu right here. And this is for the radio controls here. I believe this switches between different channels and modes. So you can switch between Bluetooth, CD player. I think this has a single disc CD player, and up and down for the volume controls right here. So the only gripe that I noticed about this car right away is that the HVAC controls are they're in a good spot, but it's the vents themselves that are right on your hands, and they don't really blow in your face and more or less get your hands cold or warm depending on the temperature that you set it at. 6-speed automatic transmission is exceptionally smooth, and it's actually pretty quick to downshift. It's not too fast on the upshifts, but it kicks down pretty fast. And you have heated seats for even these cloth seats are heated, so you get high and low for those. Really big cup holders, and you have plenty of storage in this car. You have a huge storage compartment in here, and that reaches back probably a good solid 8 inches. So you got plenty of space in there for your phone or whatever. You have a USB and aux jack right there, and you have 2 power outlets. And on the passenger side here, you even get like this little cubby hole here that you can put a phone in. You have door storage right there that can hold a whole 2-liter bottle. I think it's, no, not quite a 2-liter, but just a normal 24-ounce bottle. And overall the materials are pretty good. They're grained. They're not soft touch down here at all. And for the most part, they're actually pretty hard touch plastic, but they're grained and it looks pretty good. And this isn't real aluminum trim. It's just metal look or aluminum look. But it's surprisingly good for this type of vehicle. You have your vanity lights right here. You have a sunglass holder right here, and you also have this whole thing here. You have a mirror that's actually lighted, so there's like an on and off button right here to turn on the light to see at night. You have your Bluetooth mic right here, so it's a really good spot so you can sound clear over the phone. So let's take a look in the back seat here. Go to the other side. Stepping into the back seat of the vehicle, this car, you notice how if you duck your head a little bit because of the styling, but overall, like, this reminds me of a luxury car in terms of the way you get in and out of the car. You definitely have to duck your head, but that's with with sportier cars, and I say this car looks pretty sporty for this type of vehicle. What I also noticed about this car is it actually has the compass right there in the mirror, so you can easily see where you're at and what direction you're going. So you have this metal look trim back here. It doesn't look too expensive, but it does give a nice flavor to the car. It gives it a sporty flavor all around. You don't have vents back here. I think you get HVAC vents if you're in the limited trim or the higher trim, because this is just the GLS. But you have backseat storage. You also have cutaways in the seat for your knees, so there's actually plenty of room. And I know these seats are actually pretty much all the way back here, but being 6 feet tall, I definitely have 2 to 3 inches of knee room still. The passenger seat right here, is all manual, and the driver's seat's all power and electric. So I think that comes standard with the vehicle, or else it's a really cheap option package that came with it for like $900. So most vehicles are going to have a power driver's seat and a manual passenger seat. You also have door pocket storage back here too. It's pretty cool. Got plenty of space. All the windows, like I said, except for the driver's side window, these are all electric, but they're not one touch up and down. And that's pretty much expected for this class of car. There's nothing special with that. You have your dome lights right here that you just press once to turn on, press once to turn off. You have grab handles that are all damped all the way around. This car doesn't have a sunroof, but I think many GLSs aren't optioned that way. You have to step up to the SC or the Limited to get that. Backseat shape, actually you get, it's reclined, it's actually reclined a little bit like a luxury car. Like you have plenty of thigh support down here. Like my knees aren't up in the air, like you get plenty of support there. You have a little tab here to pull down on your armrest. And you got cup holders right here. There's no storage within this actual console or this armrest, but it's comfortable, and the cup holder is actually pretty big too. There is no pass-through, I believe, right here, but I think the seats do fold down in this car. I also want to mention that this is a very safe car. In the Institute for Highway Safety crash tests, it gets a good in every measurement, front, side, and roof crush, as well as rear seat crash, or I should say a rear end crash. It only scores a marginal in the offset, small overlap offset crash test, but for a design that was started in 2011 and went through 2015, that's actually a decent crash test result, because the car wasn't exactly designed for that when it was first built and engineered. Alright, let's take a look at the trunk quick. Like I said before, you have the power seat controls right here. To go forward, you just press forward here. Go back, you press there, and you can lower it just by pressing down or pulling up to raise it. You also have, I believe this is the tilt, power tilt right here. And you have your power lumbar support right here, and you can actually see that working right there. Alright, so let's take a look in the trunk. This is the trunk release. There's no trunk release on the outside of the car, but that's the trunk release in the inside. So overall, you have plenty of space in this car. You know, the seats do fold down. There's some speakers and stuff up there that might get in the way, but for the most part, it's not going to impede on your luggage. You do have gooseneck hinges, so that might hit a few bags and stuff that you could bring from the store. But back here, you have like a fold-down rear seat. It's not the biggest opening, but I say it's probably about 13 to 14 cubic feet overall, so that's about average for the class. And you have a pull-down handle here, so you can easily close the trunk. It's a very solid trunk as well. Antennas up there. There's a slight problem on this vehicle with the antenna and the rear defrost interfering and having a poor radio signal. That's the only reported problem that this owner had of his car. So overall, I'd say it's a very solid vehicle for the class. It looks great. It's very reliable. It's only 3 years old, 36,000 miles, but having pretty much zero problems except for that Bluetooth system really speaks to the quality of Hyundai these days and the progress that they've made in just the last 10 years. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the 2013 Hyundai Sonata GLS with the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder direct injection engine. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.